is my Tottenham cake. Look at that. Sorry, I've had a bit out of it because my camera failed. Oh dear. Anyway, look at that. Lovely cake. So what does it taste like? Well, there you go, there's a bit. Let's have a look. Light, fluffy, obviously sweet, but I can taste the raspberries and I can taste the orange. It's coming through nice and zingy. And the hundreds and thousands on top give it a nice crunch. Nice contrast. It's lovely, that. Hello and welcome to Eat These Words. This week I am doing a classic. It's been around for over a century really. It's Tottenham cake. So without no further ado, let's get into this. So to make Tottenham cake, what you need is 8 ounces of caster sugar and 8 ounces of spread of choice. So you could have butter, you could have margarine, you could have plant-based spreads, you could have whatever you so desire. And what we're going to do is cream it. And creaming just means rubbing the butter and the fat together until they change colour to like a double cream consistency. Start off slow and build it up is the best way to do this. This is basically a Victoria sandwich recipe which has been adapted for Tottenham cake. When it gets to the stage where it's showing that the butter and sugar are up the sides, such as this here, what we need to do is scrape the sides down. So I'll just move that to the back. So taking a spatula, just give it a scrape down. We want to get an even cream on our butter and sugar. Also scrape down the sides of your beater. If you're doing this by hand, it won't be too much. You'll be doing it as you go, so don't worry. But when you're using an electric mixer, make sure you give it a scrape down. So pop it down and let's get going again. A good thing to do is before you start, make sure you've got all your ingredients to hand. They're weighed, they're measured, and they're sitting pretty, waiting for you to use them. It really helps when you're doing a recipe. Secondly, make sure you put your oven on. Now I've got my oven on at the moment to gas mark 4. I'll put the conversions on the screen now for you. Also, make sure you've prepared your tins ready and put some baking parchment or greaseproof paper into or onto said baking item. Mine's a 13 by 9 tin today for my cake. And lastly, ban everybody from the kitchen while you do it. So once you've creamed your butter and sugar to a light consistency, which I'll just show you here, there you go. The Tottenham cake itself asks for orange zest. I don't have any oranges here today, so I'm going to be using, here you go, orange extract. So you don't need a lot of it, just a few bits, like a half a teaspoon maybe. Whew, it's pungent. And we'll mix that in when it's down. If you don't want to put orange extract in, you could put vanilla in. It's up to you. Once that's done, it's time to add eggs, as we always do with Victoria sandwich. And I always use large eggs. So I've got 4 large eggs to go into my mix. Knock your mixer off if you're going to be putting eggs in. Otherwise you'll end up with shells in it, I promise you. So 1 egg going in. Oh, look how lovely and dark they are. And that's getting mixed in.
A few moments later.
This hasn't curdled, but sometimes it does. If it does curdle, and by curdle it tends to look like cottage cheese and splits, it looks, you'll know it when you see it. Add a little bit of flour, a tablespoon of your flour that you're going to be using, and it should settle down. But don't worry, it won't harm your cake if it does curdle, okay? I'm going to be taking this off my mixer now, and we're going to do the flour part of it. This was first made by a guy called Henry Chalkley. He was a Quaker, and he made it when Tottenham Hotspur won the FA Cup back in 1901. 1901, I ask you. Hey, didn't know the FA Cup was on that long. Before you put your flour in, the thing to do is to scrape down the sides of your bowl. We want to scrape the sides down here and get your spatula right into the bottom, because sometimes the machine doesn't always get right to the bottom of your bowl. Take your sieve and pop 8 ounces of self-raising flour into your sieve, and we're going to sieve that into the bowl and fold it in. Now, Henry Chalkley was a Quaker, and on the day that he actually made this cake, he gave it free to children in Tottenham, which was very kind of him. Then, each time he made it, he would sell it for a penny a piece to all the children in the neighbourhood. Isn't that nice of him? Really lovely. Over the years, it's been incorporated into school lunches and what have you. In the 1970s, it was on most school lunch menus in England. Don't know about Scotland, but it certainly was in England. So if you ever had Tottenham cake for your lunch, for your pudding at lunchtime, let me know in the comments below. It'd be interesting to know where it was. Personally, in my area, we didn't have it. Don't know why, but we didn't. We had the other one with the sprinkles on the top, the white cake with the sprinkles on the top. Okay. What we're going to do now is pop it 13 by 9 tin and bake it. I like making cakes, it's fun. They always come out nice. You can always eat them as well, can't you? Yeah, if you've ever had Tottenham cake at your school, then let me know in the comments below. It'd be interesting to see where people were and what they had. Or if you want me to make anything that you've not had for a long time and want to know how to make it, drop me a note in the comments below and I'll make it for you. Victoria sandwich cakes are all over my my YouTube channel. I'll link them below for you. I've got all kinds of flavours in there. I've got chocolate orange, lemon, coffee, plain, not to mention drizzle cakes, etc. Yeah, if you're looking for a cake, my channel's the one to be on. They're always straightforward, easy to do, and come with decent instructions. So, or if you're a novice, like a lot of my people are, if you're a novice, then you can see how it's made. Okay, look at that. That looks good, doesn't it? So that's going to go into the oven, gas mark for 30 to 35 minutes. I'll be back with you when it's cooked. So I've let my cake cool, as you can see here, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make the icing for the top of my cake, and all that is about 10 ounces of icing sugar. That's the superfine sugar, and to that I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of boiling hot water. So that's 1, 2, 3. There we go. And I'm going to take a spatula and mix it in. Now I've been lazy and I have not sieved my icing sugar, so let's pray that this works. You may need to add more as time goes by, which this one does need a bit more. But you don't want it too thin because we want it to set really well, this. Having said that, you don't want it too thick either. So, before I go any further, what I'm going to do is add some, that's quite stiff at this moment, but I'm conscious that I still need to add some raspberry extract, and you need about 1/4 teaspoon, so I'm going to put about 4 drops in. Oh, 5, sorry. Because it is quite strong stuff, and it will turn it a funny colour, but don't worry. Don't worry, because we're going to add some red food colouring. Now, in the past, this would have been made by reducing down some mulberry berries, which grew on the tree outside Henry Chalkley's meeting house. So I'm going to add some red food colouring. That's this here. I'm putting a bit on the end of a skewer, and I'm aiming to make it sort of a pinky colour. So fingers crossed. Now, I always get red food colouring everywhere. So I'm going to put it in the hot water to get rid of it. So my advice, have a bit of water knocking around when you do this. There is nothing worse. This definitely needs some more water in it, so I'm just going to use the water that I cleaned my skewer in, because at the end of the day it's just the food colouring. Here we go. This is what I'm aiming for, and we need to give it a good mix. Now, Tottenham cake is well known for its vibrant pink icing on the top, so that looks like lovely bright pink icing to me. So I'm gonna now pop it on top of my cake. I might actually, okay, let's just pop that there. Got it all over my light now. Right, we're just gonna spread it out gently. Try not to drag it too much away from your cake. We want a nice thick icing, but we don't want to drag our cake up, which sometimes happens if you're not too delicate with it. I know I've had it happen to me before. So just keep going. Once you've done that, it's your choice whether you use hundreds and thousands or desiccated coconut. I'm going to use hundreds and thousands and just sprinkle some on top. And, oops, want a nice load, don't we? There we go. Little pat to make sure they go in, because I often find they don't. There we go. And we're going to leave that to set and then chop it up when it's set. So this is my Tottenham cake. Look at that. So what does it taste like? Well, there you go. There's a bit. Let's have a look. Light, fluffy, obviously sweet, but I can taste the raspberries and I can taste the orange. It's coming through nice and zingy, and the hundreds and thousands on top give it a nice crunch, nice contrast. It's lovely, that. I enjoy that. Yeah. Anyway, if you like what I'm doing, hit me up with a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and it'll let you know of any videos that I make coming into your inbox. Leave a comment below if you've ever made Tottenham cake, can't say it now, or if you had it for school lunches. Anyway, for now, peace out.